Alright, this video I'm putting together is going to be a quick developer diary type video, mainly for me so I can remember how I've done what I've done, and just to show off about the game that I'm currently developing for university. It's a space side-scroller. This is the ship that you fly, and this is my current level, work in progress. All the little pink dots that you can probably see on your screen are the ships that are positioned for scale at the moment. I'll show you how it plays to start off. It's full screen. My custom heads-up display down at the bottom currently doesn't interact, but it's there as a placeholder, so I know what's going to happen. I've got my ship. This is all controlled by the Xbox controller. The left and right joystick control the left and right movement of the ship. You can't go up and down. The further down you press the joystick, the trigger, the faster your ship moves. So I can move quite slowly and I can move quite quickly. Depends if you want to evade those incoming missiles that eventually be heading towards you. The little flying ships I've got circling the ship, they're going to be the drones. They'll heal your ship. They'll be deployed temporarily and heal a certain amount of health, and then they'll disappear. They may or they may not be shot down. Depends how well the scripting on that behalf goes. I've currently got turrets working. Each joystick, the left joystick controls the left turret, you might be able to see it spinning, and of course the right joystick controls the right turret. And the left and right bumpers cycle between the different weapon styles. So this one's rockets, that one's your rail gun, the default laser, the little plasma turret, not going to do much damage to that one, and of course the final one is the big cannon, which is going to be slow firing, deals a lot of damage, that sort of thing. The log console you can't see at the moment, but I've got my left and right on the D-pad to select between shields and drones, and then you can activate those. I'll activate the shield there, you can see that. Again, it's just a simple placeholder texture at the moment. It won't be quite as intrusive in the final thing. You can't disable the shield, it just keeps on taking damage until it gets knocked down, and then it's got to recharge again. So it's a bit of strategy when you deploy it. And over here on the heads-up display, the green little stars, they're going to be power-ups which will eventually be dropped by the ships when you shoot them down, and they kind of go into a bank system, and as you cycle through the different types of weapon, you can apply a power-up to that weapon. So the power-ups are of your choice rather than randomly chosen by the game. So I could fully power up my rocket launcher if I chose to, or railguns, and so on and so forth. Up at the top on the left hand side I've got 1,337 miles, again just placeholder text in the heads up display to show how far you've travelled through space, and over on the right hand side 314 kills, again just placeholder text at the moment. The icons below my ship at the moment, moving from left to right, we've got the barrage, the cannon, which is your turrets, and we've got the rocket launcher, railgun, and over here again the plasma. Beneath this you'll see a yellow bar, that's the shield, and beneath that, the one that goes from green slowly inwards to red, that's the health. And as your health and shield decrease, the bars move inwards towards the middle. They don't go down from left to right there, they work on a centralized pattern. I'm just going to close this down and show myself and others if you want UDK babble as to how I did some of the things that I did. The ship's modelled as a separate mesh, let's move that to one side, and the turrets are then applied to that also individually, and the script picks up when I rotate the joysticks and rotates them, and the left and the right work independently. My little circling drones, my latest edition. Flip over to 3ds Max here, quite an old version. Stuck in UDK shortcuts, switching from one program to the next. In order to get those to rotate, I position them slightly away from the central grid, which means the origin, when they're imported into UDK, is in that central pivot. And if I flip back to UDK now, I'll bring this back into the wireframe mode, the orthographic views. And as I select one, you can see the origin of that ship. It's full screen. The ship's down there, and the little gizmo is off to one side, which means when I rotate it, the ship rotates around that point. In order to get it to rotate in the game, I converted it to an inter vector and changed the properties of the rotation rate to -150. So they constantly rotate. Eventually they'll appear and disappear whenever you activate and deactivate your drones. Let's see, what else is there to show? The material I made, that's a transparent texture. Quick little Photoshop whip up there, and there's 3 layers of it to give a parallax effect. So as you're moving, the stars in the distance move slower, or appear to move slower. You might be able to see that. Depends how good YouTube quality is. Script, a little custom player controller that reads the joysticks and all the controls. Custom functions in the default input.ini. Custom materials, things that self-emit. You can see the light glow on those. And I think for now, that's all I have done so far. Eventually there's going to be different ships to shoot at. The ships are going to fly around the screen. And power-ups. And whatever else I choose to include. Power-ups are going to affect your weapons. And possibly shields, depending how I choose to incorporate that. And possibly the drones as well. So I'll hopefully update this video when there's more to show. Thanks for listening.